Anyone? How do you find these interactive sessions? Hello, useful,
So,
not useful.
yes, sir, they're interesting, knowledgeable,
Hmm.
very
Turn on your.
interactive as well.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks for speaking up, and you can switch on your cameras as well, so that we can interact by face. Mr. Ravi Ranjan has joined. Anup sir.
He has joined, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Ravi Ranjan sir.
Good morning,
Today's
sir.
distinguished guest is Mr. Ravi Ranjan Kumar. He is a BTech. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Okay. Today's distinguished guest, Mr. Ravi Ranjan Kumar, is BTech by profession. He is a senior software engineer with Wipro Technologies. And today he will be discussing about what he will be discussing, sir, today.
that my topic is cyber security related, and that's opportunity in the management. So its impact on the economy, and it's
Great,
a great
great,
area to,
great.
yeah,
These are the wide area of the topics related to the IT and the and other related management fields also he will be touching upon because he is SOT, he is the senior delivery manager for the Deloitte consulting also. Deloitte, is a part of the Big Four. We had interacted with the people from Ernst and Young. Then we have interacted with the people from KPMG also. Now we have got a professional from Deloitte as well. Now gradually we'll be interacting with all the people, all the executives from the Big Four. It is a good opportunity for our student. We welcome Mr. Ravi Ranjan Kumar on this platform to address our student of the PGDM, those who will be embarking on this journey for 2 year journey, for 2 year course of the management. There is the first day, maybe third, fourth day, and gradually they will be attending the physical classes, offline classes at the classroom at NDIIT. I hand over this platform to you, sir, so that you will take them forward to your journey, how you share your journey, and how what it takes to become a better professional, successful professional, to work in an MNC like you have been working, and what took you and what hard work you have put in to get in there. That is a journey you can always share, sir. Apart from the cybersecurity and other related fields of the information technology, would like to share. Thank you very much, sir. I welcome you on this platform to address our students. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
sure, sure. Thank you, Chandra sir, and hi everyone. Good morning.
Sorry, I couldn't mention Ravi. Sorry, I'm Dean Academics here. I'm sorry. Yeah. So
Come
please
again.
carry.
Okay,
I am Dean Academics with NDIIT. That's I didn't mention my introduction first. Sorry.
okay. Thanks, sir. Thanks for these kind words and like welcoming like this. Okay, and this is a great opportunity for me as well to be part of these sessions. Okay, so conducting an induction session is not with I very much familiarized with, but I am here because I had a talk. I'm not here to teach you. Okay, and just be interactive like with me. Okay, so as possible as you can, so that this session can be more give and take session, and you can understand more. And the topic I'm going to discuss, which is a very broad topic, it's a kind of a ocean we are going to dive into, but we'll come into this with a very short period of time, and then grab some questions and some Q&A session where we learn about what actually we can grab out of the emerging technologies we have. Okay, so and so talking about my side, my name is Ravi Ranjan Kumar. I have total of 13 years experience. Okay, 13 plus. Okay, in IT industry, and mostly I have worked in the cybersecurity domain. Okay, so I'm currently working as a cybersecurity manager in Deloitte, USI, which is a leading cybersecurity consulting and support provider. And I have delivered more than 30 plus projects in cybersecurity. and got privileged to work with the various customers of different domains like financial, retail, banking, transport, pharmaceutical. So these are the domains with which clients I have worked on. And When I was called for this session, I was really not sure what to present you in this management areas because I'm a tech guy, okay? I always think in a technical side, technical trainings, technical use cases, technical solution in terms of delivering the technical values to customers. Okay. So I was not sure how to start, what to give you guys so that this session can be interactive and useful for you guys. Then I start realizing and thinking the overall impact of the technical side, which goes actually this goes hand in hand with the management and delivers a valued core functionality. So then I become ready to share my experience and also some engaging thought process which certainly be interesting for everyone. Okay, so I have prepared one slide. Okay, before going to that, uh, so uh, how many folks have joined? I see a lot. Okay, so I just wanted to hear about. Are you all from the BTech background, or you can type in the chat, okay? Or you can just let me know uh, if you're comfortable speaking, okay? You can just let me know. So, what is your background? So, the understanding will be like if you are already completed the BTech, so definitely you have gone through some cybersecurity concepts and all. If not, then we'll start from the basics. Yeah. Anyone?
They are graduate from different streams. Only few students are from BTech, so you can start from the basic. They are going to start their PUDM journey. Their main classes will start in offline mode from 5th of August.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay. And we'll be posting questions. Okay, you can post me questions, shoot me in the chat, and I have a session Q&A session in the last of slide. Okay, I have kept a session timing there so that at least 10 to 15 minutes we'll discuss about. Okay, and then in overall summarization we'll definitely discuss about what is benefit for you and where you can pitch in and you can grow your career with the cybersecurity and you can grab some opportunity. Okay, so can I share my screen?
Yes, sir. You can share your
Okay,
screen.
sure. Thank you. Let me know. 1 second. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is the slide I have prepared. I don't know how much it has content because it's a time constraint session and we are meeting first time. So this slide is going to help you. But let's start with this. Uh, okay. Okay. So let's talk about some cybersecurity and its importance for the economy. Okay. And definitely it's a big opportunity for the management sector. Okay. And as a manager, you have always an upper hand where you can take some decisions and you have the decision making capability which provide you the uh, understanding of overall end-to-end solution. Means if you are part of any project, definitely you should know in and out of the project because you are responsible for everything, and that response also brings up some decision capability because always have an upper hand. If technical person is doing something, you are the one who is going to approve that one. Okay, so you have to understand the internal things as well. In terms of overview also, and in terms of the market emerging technology risk and policies, their compliance. There are broader area of cybersecurity where you have to act a very crucial role. So you are just diving into a world where opportunities are coming daily basis. Okay, so if a new software is coming, if a new risk is coming, if a new compliance is coming, so definitely your roles are there. Okay, and it's going emerging. So let's deep dive into this and discuss some factors. And for those who have joined from a different background, I will start with the definition, and then I will start with some basic key concepts, and then we'll come on this role of management role and the importance of economy and all. Okay, okay. If I can hear echo, so if someone has
क्या
not
किया
muted, please
किसने?
mute.
किसने किया? सैलरी कटेगी बाद में, के महीना साल भर सैलरी कटेगी।
Okay, thank you. So these are the agenda. Okay, so we are going to talk about the what is cybersecurity. This is first, where I will talk about and define cybersecurity and the cybersecurity concepts. Then I will talk about some key concepts, uh, means the cybersecurity threat, incident, your responses, what are the internal threat providers and defenders, all these things. Okay, and then I'll come to the economic impact of cybersecurity, and then I'll just go through with the roles of management. So definitely your part will be there, and then I will just talk about some future trends and challenges, and lastly I'll summarize some key point. And I said like this, there will be Q&A session in the at the end of this. Okay, so you can shoot me the questions and we can have some Q&A at the last. Okay, so yeah, let's start with this. Okay, and so if any of you know what cybersecurity, let me define or correct your understanding. Okay, so there's a clear definition of cybersecurity where this is kind of a practice where we protect systems, network, data from the digital attack. Okay, so like you in the world, you are working as a distributed, and you are sitting in a corner of any location, of any geographical location, of any world location. Okay, and you need to connect with some person who is over there in any other geographical location, and the the connection works through the networks, and you must have to make sure that your data is secure and is not stealed by someone, and it's not getting unauthorized accessed by someone. Okay, so there the cybersecurity comes. It's a security which provides you the confidence, the confidentiality, the integrity, and availability. Okay, so these are the three pillars you can say for the cybersecurity. So first is just confidentiality, that is access to information is restricted to authorized user. So if you are sending a message, suppose you are connected to someone with a Skype message or Teams message, or even though your WhatsApp, so you should have, one second, you should have the confidentiality that you are sending to someone, and that person only be receiving that message. So that is confidentiality. So your data is confidential, and sender is relying on that network, that the data sender is sending is going to receiver. Okay, second thing, we'll talk about the integrity. So data is protected from unauthorized or alterations. Okay, so where if you are sending some data, so data should have the proper format, and that format has not been changed in between. So that is the second thing, and third is the availability. So That means that authorized users have timely access to information and resources. So, in the world of this distributed network, you are working through the cloud systems where we have clouds. We don't have physical computers over there. So, we are connecting to internet and we are accessing something into cloud. So, availability is also a very important factor where everybody is trying to do the operation very quickly, and in the meantime, if availability is not there, then your operation will not be successful or maybe rolled off. So at that time you have to have the systems available. So there are three factors on that cybersecurity depends. Okay, so cybersecurity provides you these three things. So confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So if you are a cybersecurity manager, you have to keep focusing on these area. And this is only the overview. If we talk about the confidentiality, integrity, and availability, there are many things in between. Okay, and in those areas, we'll be discussing each pointers in the detailed session. Okay, coming to the next, the key concept of cybersecurity. I'm going to talk about the threats, okay, and that is for understanding, because you come from the background where I'm not sure you are familiarized with the cybersecurity concepts or not. So I'm going one by one. So threats means you have something which is causing you harmful effect. Okay, so first of all, we'll talk about the malware. Okay, so malware, which is a software designed to harm your system. So there are many, but I will talk about these three. So there are virus, which is attached to legitimate files and spread. Okay, so in some WhatsApp messages, or you can say in Gmail, you can find out some fake messages which is coming with some attachment, and that attachment has a file. And when you download that one, so that will spread there, and it looks like a legitimate file, but it is a virus. Internally it will harm your operating system, hardware, wherever it is designed for. Coming to the worms, so that is once entered into a system, that will self replicate. It will be double. Okay, so it will be double, triple, and then it will spread across the network. So your whole network will choke. Okay, so that is worms. And Trojan, that is a legitimate software, but if you that is for a legitimate software, but if you open it, it will be harming your computer, okay, or operating system. So these are the malware which is designed to harm your system. In terms of cyber security, we define all of these as a malware. Coming to phishing, so there are some fake emails or fraudulent attempt to obtain the sensitive information. So over the phone, you also hear about that, and someone is sending you some email which is absolutely looks like the correct email, but there are some flaws, and they try to attempt to steal your data through that. When you click on the link, that link will download some software, or and that software will start controlling your computer activities and your password related or database related things. So that is coming as a phishing. Okay, so phishing as an example, I can tell you that if you receive a message that, and it will be very prompt. So someone will message you like, uh, your account is going to expire if you're not going to recharge in next 24 hours or next 20, maybe like 20 hours or 15 hours, kind of a very prompt. So it will be written like urgent or alert, kind of a message will come, and that will try to keep your attention, and then you will click on that message at least, and while clicking on itself will lose the control of the computer, and that is called phishing. So sometimes people will uh, think about like what is the best time to send a phishing message to people. If you have a habit of uh, checking your bank account in the morning, somebody will send you a message in the morning, and definitely they can steal your information. So this is very, very, very harmful, and this is very sensitive. People can easily get attracted to those fake messages with the contents. So this is also a threat. Coming to ransomware, where somebody who is a hacker, which is sitting over there somewhere in the location, geographical location, and stealing your data by encrypting data, and then it will demand some ransom for decryption, because your data will be locked, and you are going to check with this data with the other computer, your network, your organization network. Everything will be locked, because they will encrypt your data, and they'll ask you some ransom for decryption. Okay, so I have just put an example. There are two examples, WannaCry and CryptoLocker. So there are two incidents happened in the past, which is a ransomware incident. We'll talk about the WannaCry, and you will understand what is the impact of that in the next slides. Okay, coming to last, which is an insider threat. So suppose someone in your company who is like either employees or contractor, and who is misusing their access. Suppose someone is from financial sector and who has access to just check out who are the users, or who are the account holders, have like the highest money in the account. Okay, so definitely those information will leaked out, or a, that pattern they can also reveal to the hackers that this is the person daily withdrawing 1 lakh rupee, or this is the person withdraw money at after 1 month. Anything like which is not which should be hidden, which should be protected. Okay, that is revealed by someone, and that and this can be indicated through the unusual behavior on excessive data access. So if a person is belongs to financial department, so there are access control which is designed like you have a very limited access. But if someone's trying to access to some other places where they'll try to access and they have a failed password, so it will be treated as like someone is trying to do something which is unusual, and that behavior is captured. So that is also a threat. So these are the common threats in cybersecurity, and these are the overviews, of course. So I have not talked about in details, but these are the overview. Coming to the next, we have some key concept of cybersecurity and the protection measures. So what we are bringing in between to uh, protect our systems. Okay, and with uh, with these, okay, we are going to protect the uh, access, we're going to protect that data, and we're going to protect the network activities. Okay, so first we are going to discuss firewall. So this is the picture of firewall. Okay, I'm not sure how big like it is visible to you, but I'll try to understand, make you understand with this picture. Okay, so this is your firewall, and this is your organization internal network. Okay, so and maybe like your college network or your banking network. Okay, and these are the outside network, which is internet. Okay, and so your firewall has an access list. Access list means which IP can which IP can go through this firewall and request some data, or provide a response which you have requested some data. Suppose you are asking google.com. So your computer has asked google.com, and the google.com DNS will provide the IP address, and the IP address will go outside the firewall and try to fetch the google.com content and bring it back to you. Okay, so the role of firewall to check the internal and inside and outside connection, so the internal organization will be safe. Okay, this network should be safe. So the firewall has a list, and based on the list it's going to check whether we are going to reach to the legitimate IP address, or is this the unlegitimate IP address we are going to approach. Okay, there are few dark web addresses or few listed IP addresses where our firewall, we normally used to blacklist those IPs. Okay, if that IP, there are some range of IP address, and if those IP address are requesting something with to our network, we're definitely not going to entertain those and block it here only. So firewall is a kind of a first line of defender, and which is protecting our network. Now coming to the encryption, so this is on top of this network. Okay, so we can say uh, we are uh, we are securing our network connections here. Okay, our inbound and outbound connections. Now coming to the encryption, so that protects data in transit and at rest by converting into an unreadable format. So if you have not read about the public key and private key, so I'll tell you here in a very small description that we we are going to secure data through encryption. So what is encryption? So we have a mechanism of doing the hashing. Hashing means we are not only sending the plain text, we are going to send the text with some key value, and that key value we are going to just put that key value and data in the hashing mechanism, which is going to convert into some alphanumeric or some random values. Okay, some values which is not a plain text, which can be retrieved only if we have the key at the receiver side also. Okay, so we should have that key, and we'll encrypt the data, and data will be not be in the plain text, that will be encrypted, and then we can decrypt the data and then get the plain text. So this way we secure that our data is protected. Okay, and that is the second level. First is network level, then data side, and then unauthorized access. So earlier days what was happening, that whenever someone is going to call you, and you are going to provide some details, and then there was uh, there was no additional factor of authentication. Okay, so someone will try the password, keep trying the password, maybe that luck the password has entered correctly. Okay, if you have the common passwords, so then your bank account was accessible, your systems with the sensitive informations databases was accessible, and because of this reason the multi-factor authentication, it came in place. Okay, it requires more than one form of verification to access system. So that means if you are going to enter a password in the banking site, then the banking site will also ask you the OTP, which is coming on your mobile phone, or it will ask you to just uh, choose that number. If you have logged into Google Recovery, it will ask you to choose a number, or it will send you some pin code through the message, or sometimes it can call you if your message is not available and you have already registered phone call as a multi-factor authentication. Okay, so these are the additional factor we are checking that actually the legitimate user is entering that password or not. Okay, so these are some protection measures. Okay, and these are the protection measure for the cyber security, and very important for inbound outbound network, data, and access flow. Okay, going to the next slide. Uh, if you have any questions, you can shoot me those questions or just note down your questions and you can ask me in the last. Okay, coming to the key concept of cybersecurity, which is incident response. Okay, so how we are going to deal with the incident? Suppose something happened, okay, and our data is compromised, or data is breached, or we have the malware which is inside our organization, okay, organization network. So how are we going to deal with that? So first we are going to analyze those things, okay. We're going to assess the breach, whether our data is really breached or it's a kind of a fake brute force attack, or someone is trying to steal our data but it has not compromised. So you have to assess that, you have to examine that, whether actually the data breach happened or not, or actually the malware has been installed or not, or actually our data is compromised or not. So most of the cases, hackers try to come and steal our database records, which is having the sensitive information. Because all the time you'll save your database like with this passwords and all the key values, all the you can say like um, that values, SSH keys, admin password, your service account password. So these are the data, and these are the data they just wanted to steal, so that they have the whole control. Okay, so we have to first examine that whether the breach actually happened or not, and that's a part of the incident response. Okay, as an incident manager, definitely you are going through these steps, and then you need to act and try to be on top of these activities, so that if somebody asks you questions that what is the thing you have applied so far, then you have to go step by step. Okay, and then we have to plan. Okay, so we have to develop the strategic plannings for data retrieval. Okay, if there is a data, okay, and there's a health sector data, so that is very much like you can say the compliance is very strict there. Okay, and these data are protected, and there are health informations that is protected, and if in case your system is compromised and someone has steal your password, so and that system is connected to many systems, so what you have to do, you have to isolate your system with connecting that system with this other systems. Okay, so you have to change some IP addresses. Okay, you have to regenerate the passwords, you have to plan for some software updates if there is a latest patch which has come for that security updates, then definitely you have to apply those patches. Okay, so this comes as a plan after you analyze or examine those breaches. Okay, then you have to implement the response plan. Okay, so you have to execute, whether you have to define some policies, strengthen some policies, you have to regenerate the password, you have to update the software, and lastly you have to document those lessons, because as an incident manager, this is your key thing, to document all the things to improve the future responses effort. Suppose an incident happened, a similar incident happen in the future also, you have the document and key things to go through, and just update those databases or software, or like system isolation. So these are the factors you will get to know through this document. Okay, so this comes as a part of the incident response. Okay, now, so before that, I have talked about what was cybersecurity and the key concepts. Okay. Now coming to the economic impact of cybersecurity and cost of cyber crimes. Okay. And in terms of the cost, there is huge cost we are going to pay off for the cybersecurity. So first we are going to talk about the direct cost. So direct cost is the data breaches. If we have the data breaches and we have to regenerate those data, so definitely we need to connect with many people and many sites, and that takes so much effort to retrieve all the data. Okay, if we have a data theft or ransomware payment also, because ransomware, it will encrypt your data and it will ask some payment, decrypt that one. So this is also a huge cost. So they will ask you a cost, then they'll unlock the data, and their recovery and remediation. So in case your data is changed, okay, suppose your employee ID or some unique data which is changed, you have to do some manual effort for the lacks of records, okay. Though that's going to be uh, like costing you the indirect, and you have to put money for these work, okay. So data breaches, theft, ransomware payment, recovery, and remediations. Coming to the indirect cost, so you have some reputation damage. If your data is breached, or you have some ransomware or recovery where data is compromised, nobody will rely on you, okay. It's hard to rely on you. Always the audit will come. So there's a reputation damage. So there is some brand value, okay. So I have listed few companies have some brand values. So you can rely on this company. If you're going to Amazon, so definitely you're saying like, okay, this is Amazon, my data is safe there, Amazon cloud. Okay, if you're going to IBM, so definitely IBM database is safest. So that's a kind of a reputation damage if something happens to your software or your company's related data, okay. Coming to the regulatory fines, so this is also indirect cost, which is not coming as a direct, but it will check, and it has a set of policies, okay. So it will check if within the 72 hours you have provided those uh, data backups or not, and you have done operation uh, operation as usual or not, okay. If there is operational disruption, definitely this is going to be huge penalty. So regulatory fines are also coming. We have GDPR, General Data Protection Regulations, which is coming on US, UK, UK, and we have CCPA, California Protection Act, and we have HIPAA, which is US Protection Act. So we have those regulatory fines under those laws. Okay, we'll talk about that after that, after this slide. Okay, we have some operational disruption. So we know that we have our supply chain is dependent on the network we have. So if we have something in our organization data which is stopping our connection to our shipment work, or our road delivery, or our transport delivery through flights, so these things will definitely have a communication gap, and then there will be supply chain disruption also, okay. And then there will be operational disruption as well, okay. So these are the direct and indirect cost, okay, for, and that is going to impact your economy, okay, definitely. That's going to be huge penalties and all cost related to your financials, so that is going to impact. Coming to the, yeah, that's a WannaCry attack. I just talked about in the beginning that I'm going to talk about this WannaCry attack, which is a case study for the cyber security. So this attack is a kind of a ransomware attack we discussed here. So that attack happened in 2017, May 2017, and it has affected near about 2 lakhs computer in 150 plus countries. So, so basically what happened here, if I'm talking about the technical details, so there was a National Security Agency. They were developing a software, messaging software, okay, and there was a flaw, which is called a bug, okay, and you can also say it a vulnerabilities. So which is vulnerable item, okay, in that code, and that has been exploited, and that exploited the eternal blue vulnerability. So that vulnerability is called eternal blue. Okay, that is the name of this vulnerability, and that is in Microsoft Windows. So what happened? The shadow group was the hacker name. The shadow group, what they did, they just work on this, and they just work on the code what National Security Agency has developed, and they just exploited this vulnerability. And that vulnerability, when exploited, everybody started seeing this WannaCry ransomware attack. So, and that ransomware, that was huge. They asked the payment in the Bitcoin, and that was maybe like 600 uh, bitcoins, dollar bitcoins, something. I'm not sure the figure, but it was a huge penalty. And in the if you talk about the disruption, okay, critical services. So UK National Health Services, which is NHS, was disrupted at that time. There was nothing working at all there. Okay, and that was making an impact on the um, appointment, users operations, okay, many things. So the healthcare was uh, disrupted at that time, okay. And as part of the resolution, so the resolution also happened for this. And there was a security researcher named as Marcus Hutchins, which is who has activated a kill switch to halt the ransomware, and then ransomware stopped. Okay, so after that, we we have seen many attacks. I think we can talk about the latest one, which was the CrowdStrike outage issue, which was BSOD, blue screen of death. So recently, what happened? So in your system, there is a CrowdStrike component. Every Windows system, okay, and that is connected to the Microsoft Azure, and that's going to check the Microsoft Azure cloud health, and then connections and other things. Okay, whatever you use it. So that was a CrowdStrike software which has rolled some updates. Okay, that was a faulty updates, and that faulty update was actually not booting this, not giving the boot option, and just coming with a blue screen of death for all the users, Windows users. Okay, even though I was part of that, I recently, in the last, maybe like last week, till last week, I have worked on that. So we have to go there, we have to check the end user, because like, as part, currently I'm working for the pharma company. So I have to go and call every user, non-technical guys. Okay, so they're working for the nursing professional, doctors. You have to call them, you have to guide them. They're not very much friendly, Windows friendly. Okay, so we have to guide them, make them to delete those software and then reboot the system. That was very small activity, but they were not able to perform. So those are the things and areas where cybersecurity engineers or managers are required, because we control these types of issues. And so this case study was the part of that. Okay, so the WannaCry attack, and that was very famous. Coming to that economic impact of cybersecurity ripple effect. So as I talked about that, it's a direct effect, indirect effect, and a broader impact. Supply chain disruption, decreased consumer confidence, market instability. So these all will happen when you have the cybersecurity attack. So you have to make sure the system is very much robust. Okay, in terms of that cybersecurity measures. Okay. Okay, now let's talk about this cybersecurity attack impacts. Okay, so if you see here, The country is losing the most money to cyber crimes, and that is South Korea, which is near about 72 billion. Okay, and United States 4.1 billion, and Germany 2.6 billion. Though they have this strong cybersecurity protection measures and their budget is also that much, they are losing this much of cybersecurity uh, money in terms of cybersecurity fraud. Okay, in India, talking about India incidents also, we have up to 2021. Okay, we have received, and that's a emerging trend. Okay, all the way like inclined trend. Okay, so 2017 there were 1,053,000, 18 2 lakhs, so 19 3 lakhs, 94 around 4 lakhs, 2020 around 11.5 lakhs, and 2021 around 14 lakhs. So these are the cybersecurity incidents reported in India, and these are all which is reported to the security agencies. Okay, and we have taken the data from there, and this is a statement. Okay, so in the current budget also, Indian government has like interim budget. They have allocated near about 750 crores. Okay, and that is because of cybersecurity attack impacts. Okay, so the whole world is running now over the internet. Okay, and we have to make sure our data is protected. So that's where instead of losing those money in terms of the ransomware, where we are losing those money as well as the time consumed, and the operation will be impacted, the reputation will be damaged, the users will be like hampered with these operations. Okay, so those all things aside of that, we are just allocating that much of budget so that we can have a secure and robust system, so that we'll not lose money and not lose reputation. Okay, okay. uh, Now coming to that role, and this is very important. Okay, so role of management in cybersecurity. So you have to do some strategic planning. Okay, you have to integrate cybersecurity into the business strategies. So as a manager, when you start planning to some planning for some project, you you have to strategize how to start. Okay, since the beginning of this business strategy, you have to include the cyber security. It's not that you can plan for that and you can introduce cyber security. So your plan should be foolproof with the cyber security rules, flaws, policies, and all the things you have to take care and consider so that you can do the correct planning. Okay. Coming to the policy development, you can create and enforce comprehensive cybersecurity policies. Okay, and in that you have a compliance policies, which is compliance with the different countries. Okay, where you are sharing the data. So data protection policies, health information related policies, credit card recent policies, and there's a uh, consumer related policies. Many policies are there. Okay, you have to decide and develop a policies based on these flaws, and then as a comprehensive, it is called as a cyber security policies. So your role is here. Okay, so risk management is also one area where role is there. You have to identify and address risk. You have to balance security with the business need. Okay, so if your system says this is high risk system, you have to definitely introduce the multi-factor authentication. You have to definitely introduce that firewall. Okay, you have to definitely introduce that your data is protected. Okay, secure communication is there. So those are the risk factor, you have to check it, and then you have to identify and address those risks. Okay, and that is again new area for you, and where we can appoint a manager. Okay, this is a management activity. Training and awareness, this is also a management activity where you have to educate employees and foster a culture of security. So this is also a task, or you can say job for manager, to foster a culture of security. You will introduce security everywhere. You cannot tailgate in the office. You cannot copy the unauthorized things from your virtual desktop. Okay, these are the factors. You have to train your employees. You have to educate that so that they can follow the security rules, and they are aware of what the damage security flows can do. Okay, so and there your roles come, like you as a planning manager, strategic planning manager, so compliance manager, he can say, that risk manager, okay, and training and awareness manager. So these are the roles can be given to you in the field of cybersecurity, and that is a very huge responsibility to everyone if it is given to you really. Okay, now coming to the future trends and challenges. So there are some emerging threats. We have to take care of that because in these days AI is in demand, and AI which is very much uh, making easy of your communication and your uh, the thing you're doing. Okay, so the way it the way AI deal with those things, which is very easy, okay, and provide ease of your business. So but it also provide the wrong side effect, which is AI driven attacks, IoT vulnerabilities, increasing sophistication of threats. Okay, so and we have, with this emerging attack, we have like system is getting choked, denial of service system will be completely stopped. Okay, so let me just discuss in a minute. Okay, this thing. Okay, this is very interesting thing here. So if you know the concept called ping. Okay, so ping is a kind of a function, and when you do ping and some IP. Okay, when you do ping and some IP, and that IP will give you the echo message. Okay, server will provide you some echo message, and so what hackers is going to do, they're going to send many packets, lakhs of packets. Okay, and that lakhs of packets, your system is responsible for sending the echo back, and that is making your system choked. Because when hacker is trying to attack through the distributed denial of service attack, so what hacker will do, so this is a zombie computer. Like, hacker will hack your computer, one two three, many computers. Okay, and that is called also botnet attack. So they'll hack your computer, and they will hack other computer. Okay, and they'll start sending command to your computer. So your computer will get commands from lakhs of computer or thousands of computer. Definitely that computer or server will choke. Okay, and you are nowhere, you cannot detect it from where it's coming. It's coming from here, you'll block this IP, then it's come from here, you'll block this IP. You'll not be able to block all the IP because there are lakhs of IPs, thousands of IPs. Okay, and that is all coming because of the AI. So AI has the capability to run all these things independently without any human interaction. Okay, through the botnet. Yeah, and that is emerging threat for coming future. Okay, so these are the things like I just wanted to bring out for your attention. Definitely you're going to be in the cybersecurity world, you will read about more and you'll learn more on these threats. Okay, coming to the regulation landscape, we have GDPR, CCPA, and their implications. Okay, so as I said, GDPR related, European Union, UK, that follows the General Data Protection Regulation. CCP, California Act, this is for USA and California, USA and Canada, and their HIPPA. This is also for healthcare related, health insurance related. So these are the acts we have for the regulatory compliance. Okay, and these are the future trends and challenges we you all will have in the management field. Okay, okay. Now I'm going to summarize that what just take over. Okay, and I know we are going to reach the time. Okay, So quickly, I want to summarize this. The first of all, the integration of cybersecurity in business strategies. So definitely, cybersecurity will be embedded in overall business strategies, but it will be included in the beginning itself. Cybersecurity, you have to always take consideration. Okay, when you are planning for business for anything, cybersecurity will be must. Now, second thing, economic impact. Cyber attacks have a significant financial replication, and this affect the broader economy. So, if some ransomware is there, if your budget is 5 billion, and if somebody is asking you 1 billion ransomware, definitely is going to impact your economy. Okay, and what is the management role? So, effective management is essential in safeguarding against cyber threats and ensuring business continuity. So, if you are effectively managing your things, which is all the areas what I have discussed so far, definitely as a incident manager, role manager, compliance manager. So, these are the areas you will definitely going to manage and save some money, and impact of economy will be impacted definitely by your roles. Yeah. Yeah, so now I'm open for the quick Q&A session. That is, floor is open for your questions and discussion. So yeah, quickly, if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay?
Dear students, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any clarification or the question that has that is coming to your mind right now. You can use the chat box or you can open your mic and speak.
Yeah, you can use the chat box. Okay.
Okay, it looks like it was a heavier stuff. Of course, they have been first time being hearing many of the terms,
Yeah.
but but sooner or later they need to know because IT, as I know, everyone uses it, be it mobile or mobile applications or payment, anything you do. Every human being now it is a digitalized world, exposed to lot many IT applications. Normal human being, like even our Sabjiwala is using the UPI. That is how
Yeah.
we need to be aware of the information technology as well as the protection of our assets, our resources. That is uppermost. Like you have mentioned, the crowd strike that many of you have heard it happened on 18th of July, where the world over Microsoft servers have been impacted, including India. Our many flights have been suspended. Then manually they have been operating in the many various airlines, and that happened that people or the countries have lost million of the rupees. But of course, it was not a cyber attack. It was a one of the CrowdStrike one application. That is the cybersecurity application itself. There is a Falcon, I think, uh, that was been applied on. That is that protects the Microsoft. But there was a wrong update so that has been applied. That has been reverted back, and that took some time. These are the things that happened. IT is the enabler. We need to learn and need to protect not only us. Being the future manager, you have to protect not only you, your people, as well as the your company's resources and assets also. And there are a few things that has been mentioned. We in India we have got DPDP Act, Data Protection and what is it? Data Protection Bill. That is there in 23. It has been updated. And there is one more thing that is certain. Emergency Response Team India. There is a global emergency response team that works in unison globally. The net netizens are united because whatever happened, that impacts everyone. As a manager, we need to understand the information technology. As a layman, also the people or the students, those who are from the science background or from the BTech, there are few students at BTech also. But these are the minimum we need to understand, particularly the network, firewalls. What is firewall? Because we use the laptops, we use a mobile that need to protect our mobile, our own assets. You have to install the firewalls to protect your own assets. These are the minimum level of information security we need to understand and keep aware ourselves and keep others also aware about it. Thank you very much to touch upon a very important and pertinent topic. But of course, maybe our students may be finding it very little, say, too early for, maybe may not be have been prepared. That's why questions are not coming up. But these are very pertinent topics, and thanks for sharing these valuable things. And I have noted many, and I will later on discuss with our students when they come to the classroom. Whatever you have discussed, those are very valuable inputs. And thanks, Ravi. Uh, Thanks for your valuable time. And you have spared for our student and share your uh, inputs, shared your knowledge, and we wish you success in all your endeavors. And we thank you wholeheartedly as the NDIT family, me,
Thank you, sir.
every faculty
Thank you.
members, management, as well as the student are thankful to you for your valuable time. And we look forward for few more such sessions, and where our students can understand the various things related to the information technology. Thank you
Sure.
very much.
Sure.
Wish you success in all your endeavors. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you. Thank
Signing
you,
off from.
everyone. Thanks for joining the session. Okay. Thank you. Have a great day ahead. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we can signing off.
Yeah.
Thank you.